Someday we'll get paid for this.
Welcome, friends, to another edition of Scrapple News. And from high atop the Scrapple News Towers in downtown Philadelphia, IA, I am your reporter and reader and all-round good guy, AP Ticker. I made that last part up.
You have to get rid of corporate America. You have to get rid of the power that they have. You have to greatly control every transaction and what's going on there. And basically, you have to make them impotent. Because as long as they have the power, they're going to continue to exploit and manipulate the working class. I may disappear, okay? But as soon as I'm not going to go to prison, but as soon as I'm let out of jail, I'll be right back here. And they'll have to arrest me again.
Ray Lewis, a retired Philadelphia police captain with 24 years of service, created some of the most iconic imagery of the Occupy Wall Street protests by showing up at Zuccotti Park in his uniform with a sign that read, NYPD, watch inside job. Join us. Footage of this high-profile arrest outside the New York Stock Exchange went viral. Soon, he was catnip for the media and hailed as a hero by Occupy sympathizers.
What is the message that drew you to the protest?
The suffering. The suffering that these people were willing to endure, not for their own benefit, but for social justice for everyone.
But not everyone was pleased. 2 weeks ago, Lewis received letters from Police Commissioner Ramsey and the Fraternal Order of Police, threatening him with arrest for impersonating an officer and the loss of his pension, for exercising his constitutional rights to free speech and assembly while wearing his police captain uniform.
Some of the fellow cops, they might be thinking, that guy's got a point, but the bosses, I'm their number one enemy. And they always take out the leader of a group. That's why if you have a cop in here asking, undercover, he's in plain clothes and all, and he's asking, who's the leader of this group? Who's the leader? That's a cop. The police are occupying this. And isn't this what America's about? Being able to demonstrate?
Let me tell you about a couple of Philadelphia police officers who didn't lose their pensions. Tyrone Higgins sexually abused a 12-year-old girl he was mentoring, beating her, forcing her to perform oral sex, and anally raping her for 8 years. After a 2-year investigation, Higgins was allowed to resign from the force, exactly 1 day before he was arrested for sexual assault, thereby ensuring that he would not lose his pension, even if convicted, which he was. That guy got to keep his pension. Or Officer Walter Helensky, who sexually abused a 13-year-old girl more than 100 times and was sentenced to 8 years in prison. That guy got to keep his pension until the Daily News found out about and made a big stink, shaming the Philadelphia PD into backing down. But Ray Lewis goes down to Zuccotti Park wearing his dress blues and carrying a sign that says, join us, and gets threatened with arrest and losing his pension? If you were any kind of cops, Higgins and Helensky would have been arrested for impersonating an officer long ago. Look, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. We all know something has gone very wrong with this country. That the game was rigged, the dice were loaded, and the good guys lost. People like Captain Ray Lewis are sounding the alarm and should be commended for their courage.
Here they are worrying about dirty parks when people are starving to death, where people are freezing, where people are sleeping in subways, and they're concerned about a dirty park. That's obnoxious, it's arrogant, it's ignorant, it's disgusting.
Now, you can greet them with opened arms or pepper spray. That's up to you. Some people seem to enjoy being fucked in the ass by multinational corporations. It's just their particular kink, I guess. That's fine. But if you won't stand up for yourself, don't get in the way of those who will. Remember what Tolstoy said, and I quote, "All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." I'm A.P. Ticker. I stood up and I said, yeah.
I stood up and I said, yeah. I spoke up and I said, yeah.
The moment that I was walking across that intersection was the proudest moment of my life.
How so?
Because I thought I was doing the greatest thing I've ever done. And I've had many academic achievements recognized, professional achievements, but I considered that to be the most important thing I ever did.